Hey, my name is Ken and I help small content creators make consistent cinematic videos for their personal brands using fun and reliable tools and methods. Today I'm going to be sharing my top 5 list of favorite movies that inspire me to become a better cinematographer using the lack of resources that I have. First off, we got the film Blade Runner 2049. Now, this film was directed by Denis Villeneuve, the person who directed Arrival, the Dune movies, and one of his most iconic films is, of course, this one, Blade Runner 2049. And the cinematographer from here is Roger Deakins himself, right? And the movie is 2 hours and 40 minutes with an $180 million budget. Now, the thing that sets this movie apart in terms of cinematography is the color contrast. There are plenty of scenes where Denis and Roger uses one singular color or color combination that's very similar. For example, this scene is a very light blue to the white color ratio. There's many scenes like this with other colors like orange, yellow, red, and obviously green. They have very different sci-fi settings. I mean, it's obviously a sci-fi movie, but every setting and location and planet that the movie sets in is different, which opens the doors for so much creativity with all of the shots. And Denis really utilizes that to its max. Another thing that I also noticed from this movie is that it switches between warm and cold moods. For example, this scene right here in the screenshot is a cold setting. Right, so they use colors and to set the emotions that they are trying to convey. Speaking of, the sci-fi locations, they use so many extreme long shots. For example, this would be considered as an extreme long shot, and it's so aesthetic to the point where Denis doesn't even need to write any dialogue because the visuals are so stunning and it's insane. So it is a complete visual masterpiece. Now, the second movie that I wanted to share is Interstellar. It is another sci-fi movie, and yes, I love sci-fi. So it is shot by Hoyt van Hoytema. It is a 2 hour and 40 minute plus duration movie, a $160 million budget. Now, once again, there are tons of wide shots and CGI shots in this movie because obviously it's a sci-fi, and every shot has depth and meaning, right? There's no shot in this film that was wasted. Everything that Christopher Nolan put in this film and put into his editing, I feel like all of the shots have significance, which makes this movie really unique and visually stunning once again. The thing that I didn't really like about this movie was the fact that they switched between film and IMAX cameras, which is really annoying because you can tell when they switch between like normal film cameras and to the wide IMAX cameras, and it was a bit weird, but I didn't really mind. That was just something I could nitpick. Either way, the shots are still look amazing and it makes you feel like you're a part of the adventure, right? Whether they're going to a new planet, whether they're exploring the environments, it makes you feel like you're with them exploring outer space. Pretty much, it takes you into the unknown, literally, right? Now, the third and fourth film, technically, that I wanted to share is the Dune movies, the recent Dune movies that released in 2021 and 2024. It was shot by Mr. Greg Fraser himself, which I'm a fan of, and it is a 2 hour and 30 minute plus movie. Both of them, matter of fact, with a $350 million budget in total for both. Now, in terms of Dune cinematography, once again, it is directed by Mr. Denis Villeneuve himself, and it is another sci-fi film. They are visually stunning films. I have to say, they are really stunning. You can tell the similarities between Dune and Blade Runner, and you can tell that, it's directed by the same director. The shots are very familiar, and the techniques they used are very similar. Additionally, they use some crazy lighting techniques like this scene between Paul and Fade Router. They utilize the sun as the natural light, as well as some other manufactured lighting. It was so consistent throughout the movie because it stuck to one single color palette, right? Especially Dune 2. The second film. And of course, there's plenty of wide shots and CGI shots, which were amazing if you've seen them. If you are a fan of Denis Villeneuve, he really prioritizes visual storytelling more than verbal storytelling. So he doesn't prioritize dialogue too much, and he tells a story with his cinematography, which is beautiful to see. There's also plenty of shot variations that Denis uses, from close-ups, long shots, extreme long shots, extreme long shots. Using different shot variations for one character to tell his story is like a really effective way to use cinematography techniques to convey the main character and his journey and his hero's journey, right? If you want to learn how to implement cinematography from your favorite films into your own content, you can join me in our live Q&A calls inside my school community. We're all about creating cinematic quality content, and you can also watch my exclusive courses that are not available anywhere else on this YouTube channel except inside my community, and you can check that out in the link in the description below. The fourth film that I absolutely adore is The Batman, directed by Matt Reeves. The cinematographer, once again, was Greg Fraser. He is such a legend. The movie has a 2 hour and 50 minute plus duration and a $200 million budget, which is insane for a Batman film. But no surprise. In this Batman film, it's very simple. Like the settings that they used, the shots that they used, it wasn't anything too special, but it was so effective to establish the power of Batman and the characters inside this movie, right? So it has this simple composition, yet it's so effective. And the shots that Greg Fraser chooses is very, very cool. I definitely recommend watching this film if you are into, simplistic cinematography. Even the colors that they used was mostly warm lighting to set the mood of, warmth and heroism and bravery. And also they like to use a lot of silhouette shots like this because, it's Batman and it creates that heroic effect for the character. But I do have to mention though, of course, it is a dark and gritty tone throughout the entire film. They used plenty of shadows and dark settings to really set the tone of a down-to-earth, realistic type of vibe for the entire film. There wasn't really any light and bright scenes in this film. So yeah, it just felt very gritty, down-to-earth, and real, which is great for a Batman film because at the end of the day, that's the character. Now, the fifth film that I wanted to share is called Arrival. Once again, it is a Denis film. This is the third one in my list. I love Denis. It is shot by Bradford Young with a 1 hour and 50 minute plus duration and a $40 million budget. Now, in terms of the cinematography, there were a lot of silhouette and close-up shots. Now, if you haven't seen the film, the silhouette effects come from the light from the alien screen door thingy inside the alien ship, right? And close-up shots like this of Amy Adams, of course, are very effective to show the human reactions. It captures their emotions and reactions, so close-up shots are more effective than you really think. They also use very subtle lighting for their faces inside the alien ship because, there's only one light source inside the ship, which really makes it easy for them to set the tone and pretty much captures, emotions, reactions, actions, everything, right? From one light source, which is the alien screen, if you've seen the film. If you haven't, watch it. What I also noticed is that there are plenty of long and close-up shots. So they kept switching between long shots and close-up shots. This is an example of a long shot here. And they don't really show the full size of the aliens. They don't go inside the screen or anything like that, right? Whenever they show close-ups of the alien's hands or the alien's body, they don't really zoom out and do a wide shot of the aliens. There's only one scene that does that. That really creates depth and significance to set the tone and the power dynamic that the aliens have. And it's really cool because it remains a mystery for us. We don't really see how exactly tall the aliens are. It remains a mystery. I like the fact that they hid the full size of the aliens until towards the end of the film, where there was literally one shot where you get to see the alien in complete full size, which is awesome. Once again, if you want to learn how to shoot cinematic videos using simple tools and easy methods, you can click the link in the description below to join my creator community called Creatopia. I hope to see you inside, and I'll see you in the next video.